Hey y'all, I'm Qurissy and welcome back to Photographer Life Check where we check in about all things image making. And today we have a really special episode. I'm so happy we finally have a Photographs Not Taken mini episode. I'm so happy. Okay, so from the beginning, for those who don't know, and maybe y'all now are getting to that part of the episode, which you should be. Starting this season, we're accepting your photographs not taken. So we always keep the submission link in our show notes so that you guys can share these stories with us. And I'm so excited that people actually submitted. Now, I wanted to wait at least a couple months to get some things congregated to see if we can get at least a decent amount of time, maybe 30 minutes or something. We'll see, of stories that y'all have. So for those who don't know, Photographs Not Taken is a segment that we have where we talk about where image makers tell each other stories of the images that they didn't capture. They could be exploring the stories. It could be the missed moments. You didn't take it for ethical decisions. You didn't take it because you didn't have your camera on you, whatever the reason is. So this segment actually got its namesake from a book of the same name where there are a bunch of essays from world-renowned photographers within it, and they present them in different ways, some in essays and some in lists. So I'm excited because I did get one list and I did not ask about format or anything, which maybe I should start, but I'm excited. There's your context. Also, if you've been listening this season, you probably heard me talk about this because I noticed that some of my guests were interpreting this question really differently than I expected in season 1. And it did make me feel a bit uncomfortable that people thought I would be asking them about what could be perceived as a failure, how you missed the shot. And that's not what this is at all. And for a while, I was just open. I mean, this is an experiment, right? So I was just open to see how people were interpreting in my question, the way I asked it, what they understood about the idea. And part of me feels like maybe I should give context ahead of time when I'm scheduling with folks now. So we'll see. I thought it would be really beautiful to do it just in the moment, have it a little more spontaneous so it could feel a little more conversational, because that's a good feeling for me. But I recognize that not everybody, one, is handling it that way within an interview context. Also, I am sitting in a more comfortable seat in that way, if they've never been interviewed before or something like that. So with all of the experiments that I did in season 1, I do want to, just elevate the way I'm asking the question or gaining these types of narratives, because I really do value these stories. So yeah, I'm still tinkering with it, but yes, I'm so excited to get more of these stories. So lastly, before I get into it, please submit your favorite photograph not taken through the link in our show notes. We always have it linked. I can't wait to hear your stories, or to read your stories rather. I would like an option where you can send in audio clips, like a voicemail or maybe even a video or something, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I decided to add this as a part of the podcast because this moment is really special to me. I see it all the time, and sometimes it isn't a big deal to me whether I have a camera on me or not, and sometimes it is, and it feels like a missed moment. But I mean, I just see portraits all day, and I figure most image makers, if not most people, do too. Also, that's such a good point. A reminder, you do not have to be an image maker to submit. You could do anything. I'm sure people see images in their head, other people who are not image makers by trade. But yeah, every day I walk down the street and I see hella portraits. I'm like, wow, this would make a lovely photo all the time. So I really revel in those moments. So I always wanted to hear other people's faves. And that's why I made this segment. So I was so excited to be able to share for the first time your submissions. This is a milestone. So I got to celebrate. What should we do? I don't know, but we'll come up with something. So let's get into it. Today's episode is brought to you by Bridges Build Studios. Bridges Build Studios is a creative space where you can host your workshops and intimate events or plan your next photo shoot. This Latino-owned studio is located in the Pilsen neighborhood in Chicago, and you can find them on Instagram at Bridges Built Studios to book. Let's get back to the show. Okay, so this is actually the really cool part because in the submission, you can give me your real name, your nickname, your social media handle, whatever it is, and just where you're from. So if you want to be shouted out, you absolutely can, but if you want to remain anonymous, that's cool with me too. You actually have a couple people who didn't add their handle or anything, so not a requirement, but if you wanted to be shouted out, you know what I'm saying? We want to see you. Okay. So Our first one is from Sammy at Camera Lajwa. That's camera.lajwa. Let's read. I'm going to get close to the camera, y'all. Also, things are new here. I'm actually recording today from a very special opportunity. I'm currently in residence and I can't yet share all of the details here, but just know this is really, really wonderful. So yeah, that's why we're in a bedroom today. Okay, let's get in. Okay, so last summer, I was participating in the monthly audiobook walking club in my area. The location of the walk changes every month, and that month we were at a park in Alexandria, Virginia. As we were walking through the park, I saw at a distance a woman with a picnic basket sitting on a little hill. As my walking group got closer to her, I saw that it was a Black woman sitting on a blanket with a wicker picnic basket beside her. It looked like she was sketching or journaling, but I wasn't sure since I was still far away from her. I remember being so awestruck by the moment, especially with it being a sunny day with a mostly clear blue sky. I was so tempted to take a picture of the scene or the moment on my phone, but I decided not to at the very last minute. I don't think that every single scene we come across in life needs to be captured in a photo. I do believe that there are moments that are meant to be captured by and for our eyes only and stored in our hearts. That's so beautiful, and I completely agree, Sammy. There are some things that are only supposed to be memories to me, and I have a conflict with that, like, as an image maker, and I think just as the kind of, like, nostalgia girl that I am, I want to capture as much as possible so that we have documentation of as much as possible so we can sit in 5 years, 10 years and be like, look at all these things we did and wore and like da-da-da. But there are definitely moments that shouldn't be recorded. They don't have to be recorded. And like Sammy said, for our eyes only and stored in our hearts. So another moment, I love the way you describe this because I want to be able to be in your memory. Like, I love that you made it vivid. I love that, like, I was walking down the street with you and it almost seemed like we know it's a woman in a picnic basket, and then we get closer and it's like, oh, it's a Black woman. It's a wicker picnic basket and it's this beautiful clear sky day. Like, oh, delicious. This is what I want from photographs not taken. I want to be completely immersed in your memory. So thank you so much, Sammy. I really appreciate you sharing this. This was beautiful. Okay, let's read another one. Okay, this is from Tandra D from Louisiana. Also, if I'm mispronouncing any of y'all names, I'm sorry, but please let me know. I would love to make sure that I am pronouncing y'all names right. So I think it's Tandra D, but it could be Tandra D from Louisiana. Okay. I attended the Zulu Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans today. Oh my God. Yes. I've always wanted to go to Mardi Gras. I've never been. I've been to Louisiana and New Orleans, but I never did Mardi Gras, and it's around my birthday, so I've always wanted to do it. So I love this for you. Can't wait. Okay, back to the show. I attended the Zulu Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans today. I love those Mardi Gras Indians and tramps. They have the most beautiful costumes, and the significance of them makes them even more special. I had the camera ready, locked and loaded. One of the Mardi Gras Indians stood right in front of me with this gorgeous handmade costume full of color. If you've ever seen them costumes, you already know, like, you could be in the vision with me and Tandra right now. So, handmade costume full of color. The expression on his face was priceless, but I missed it. She said in all caps, but I missed it. My camera would not focus. I'll admit that I was heartbroken, but I do have another chance coming up in March for the Super Sunday Mardi Gras Indian Parade. Hopefully, I can get it then. So we're reading it just a little bit after she submitted it. But Tandra, thank you so much. Also, sorry, Tandra D. Thank you for submitting this because at first I didn't know that language, the Indians and the tramps, but I did a quick Google to see the context. Those costumes are so beautiful and detailed and intricate. And the moves that I see from videos and people capturing this thing, like I cannot wait to witness this in person. It feels like a very magnetic kind of parade. But I was totally there with you. Thank you so much, Sandra D. If you went back, since we're doing this a little bit later, March, you know what I'm saying? Please resubmit if you got the shot or if you saw another shot that you wish you could have got. Thank you. Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay, so now we have Ellen at Ellen Rumel. That's Rumel. Okay, this one is a list. I'm so excited about that. So, photographs not taken. 1, a proposal on a beach in San Diego. Reason? I didn't get my camera out fast enough, and I often feel weird about taking pictures of strangers in public, but I think this would have been an exception. I, too, be feeling weird about taking pictures of strangers in public, and I really try my best to get better at it. There's always a few times a year where I'm like, okay, we can do this street photography shit for real. And, yeah, I don't know. I admire street photographers. Y'all got it. Okay, back to the letter. Number 2, a topless pregnant woman running through downtown Sao Paulo. Reason, ethical dilemma. It was a very shocking sight to see, but she clearly was not doing well, and it felt wrong to photograph her. Okay, before I got to the end of that sentence, the beginning sounded incredible. A topless pregnant woman running down. Oh, well, you did say through downtown. Okay, I'm sorry. When I first imagined it, I saw this beautiful woman in the sunlight, like on the beach, pregnant. And I was like, I think I need to experience that in my life. Like, if I ever get pregnant, you might catch me running topless down the beach. I think I need to figure that out. But, yeah, that doesn't sound like she was doing too well. So I hope she's okay. But, yeah, totally relate. That's another one where, like, this is on the street. I would not be inclined to pull out my phone or a camera to document this lady in that moment. You know, awareness. We all should have it. Okay, and number 3. The couple's first kiss at one of the first weddings I ever shot. Reason, I didn't know anything about shutter speed and was too slow. That's so real. It's literally, sometimes it's user error and sometimes it's technical error. And this time it was user error. Oh my God, but that scares me about weddings though. Like, missing the shot at weddings is terrifying. Okay, this one is really beautiful. We have Cece from Minneapolis, and she titled this one. It's called The Girl at the Bus Stop, and it's more essays. So let's get into it. The girl at the bus stop. She was maybe 18 or 19. She was on the phone. Whatever news she had just received, I'll never know, but it had hit her in stages, the way big news does. And she was cycling through them in real time on a public pavement at 8:30 on a Tuesday morning. She covered her mouth, she took the phone away and held it against her chest. She looked up at the sky, a flat, gray November sky, nothing particularly interesting about it, and appeared to be addressing it directly. Then she got back on the phone and said something very fast and high-pitched and laughed and covered her mouth again. Everyone at the bus stop was watching her, the way people watch someone being happy in public, which is with a mixture of pleasure and mild alarm, as if extreme feeling is a weather event that might spread. I had my camera. She was right there. The light was nothing special, but the expression on her face was the big thing I'd seen. But the expression on her face was the best thing I'd seen in months. This totally unguarded, fully inhabited joy, the kind you don't perform because you've briefly forgotten that anyone is watching. I didn't take the photograph because that forgetting was the photograph. Back to that memory stuff. The moment you frame it, you remind her. The moment she becomes aware she's being seen, that expression goes somewhere else, and something more careful comes in its place. You can't take the picture and keep the thing that made you want to take it. Bar. Come on, Cece. So I just stood at the bus stop and watched a young woman be completely, embarrassingly, extravagantly happy for 60 seconds on a gray morning. And then the bus came, and she got on still laughing, and I got on behind her. And that was all. And it was plenty. Cece, you're a writer. I like you. Wow, this is so tender and sweet. That one bar, where it go? Well, a couple bars. This totally unguarded, fully inhabited joy, the kind you don't perform because you've briefly forgotten that anyone is watching. I love that as a reminder of what it might look like when you really embody an emotion. This seems like such a beautiful moment. Thank you so much, Cece. Wait, where that other bar? Oh, you can't take the picture and keep the thing that made you want to take it. Come on. But that is why street photography is so beautiful. Somehow great street photographers manage to gather that at least half the time. But in a lot of street photography, the emotion does change. You see the scrunched up face or the anger of somebody realizing they're being recorded or something like that. So yeah, that was beautiful. Okay, last one. I was considering, like, I don't know, when I'm doing these minisodes, should I also give my own as like the last one? I thought about it, like I have some in mind, but I don't know, maybe a reflection, but potentially last one if I don't submit. But anyway. Okay, this one's from Nicole and it's a short but sweetie. I wish I had taken a photograph of the nail salon where me and my mother used to go every birthday. The Vietnamese women who have done our nails for like 15 years and know all our business and ask about it directly, and that is its own kind of love. The whole warm, loud room of it. All those women taking care of other women, nobody being precious about anything. It's a really special place. This is our first one about a place and not a portrait, and that's why I wanted to share this one especially. I mean, I was going to share it regardless, but I thought it was special because, yeah, it doesn't have to just be people. It could totally be a place or a scene or a landscape or something like that. Although I do mostly think of it in terms of portraits myself. But that's just what my eyes see. You know, that's just me. Okay, so I guess I should share one of my recent ones. I got one. All my days have been starting super early because of the time zone shift. Jet lag is kind of winning the fight a little bit, only a little bit, but you know, so there have been just multiple days where I've woken up maybe at like 3 a.m. and just have been like, well, I guess I'm just going to start my day now. And the other day, I'm walking down the street at maybe like 5:30. So the sun is rising. It isn't all the way up, but it's not completely pitch black anymore. And, you know, the yellow street lights are on, and I'm walking by a river, and there's these two girls sitting by the river, and they have their scooters pulled up on the sidewalk. It looks like they have maybe like a basket of like sweet treats, and they're just sitting on the sidewalk. They don't have a blanket or anything. It's kind of like their feet are in the grass, but their butts are on the side, and they just look like girls. You know, like, I don't know their age. They could have been any age, but it was so teenager coded, you know, like it was so girlhood coded. They were just like laughing and facing into each other in this way. And it wasn't like a dramatic expressions of emotion at all when I was walking by them. I'm totally romanticizing this moment to me, but it was just really cute that they were having this like sunrise moment together, and that eventually it would likely be an even more beautiful scene because once the sun actually was more visibly rising, like how gorgeous would it have been? It was probably yellow and pink and purple in the sky, But yeah, it was something just really beautiful about seeing them. They both had on white shirts. They were sitting down, but like they were both seemed around like the same height and just leaning into each other. It was cute. It was really sweet. So yeah, I guess that would be my favorite photograph not taken today. So yes, that is it for our photographs not taken minisode, our first of its kind. So please keep submitting so that we can have more of these a little more frequently. I wanted, like I said, time for folks to be able to submit, folks to find us and all the things. So if you have a photograph that you missed completely in your day and you just want to tell somebody, tell me. I want to hear about it. I want to see it. I want to be in your memory. Put me in there. Let's communicate telepathically. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for joining us again on Photographer Live Check. You can find us every Monday, everywhere you get your podcast, especially watch us on YouTube and Spotify so you can see all our beautiful faces and our beautiful work. But if this is an audio only experience for you, that's incredible too. Fun fact, I listen to all of my favorite podcasts, audio only still. Maybe that make me an old head. I don't know. I don't care though. I need to multitask. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm washing the dishes or something, so I'm going to listen to my podcast. I can't watch it. Anyway, yeah, if this is an audio only experience for you, you can find us everywhere you get your podcast. That's Apple, iHeart, Amazon, all the other girlies. We're there. And yeah, please submit your favorite photographs not taken. Oh, you can find me at Qurissy. That's Qurissy. Also anywhere you get your podcast or anywhere you get your socials. It is wonderful to be here with you on this beautiful Monday, and I hope you have a lovely day. See you later.